to make it official. Watch it, Ken. All right. No, Joe, you go. Oh, Ken. Hey! Open for business. What's up, man? I just smoked a tough day. I believe there are a lot of people in this business that just get involved because it's a business, it's an investment, and that's not how my company rolls and how we put things together.
I mean, you won't be in it to lose money either. I mean,
we're all businessmen,
sure.
and I got to get a return on investment for people that believe in what I do. And since 1979, every club has generated a profit. Every one. So the model, and I've made mistakes along the way, like everybody does, and you learn from those mistakes. But the model that we have works, and it's pretty simple, Mike. It's give people a really good product at an affordable price and service the hell out of them. And it sounds easy, they're words, but eventually you have to get that done. There's 6.
You got the 4 in Jersey.
4 in Jersey, Downingtown, and also Honey Run out in York, Pennsylvania.
Okay, that's right.
And we have Lakeview out in Morgantown, West Virginia as well,
so
which is under our guidance. Yeah, and there's another one coming up pretty soon, so you'll be at another grand opening.
What's coming up?
I can't. It's not done yet, so I don't want to get that out. But another.
You have quietly become, I guess, the largest golf course owner and operator in the area, as far as I know.
Well, and this was, we talked about it again this morning too. And here's the difference. There are a lot of management companies out there that come in and they'll manage your asset for you. All my properties is my hard-earned football money, my broadcasting money. I've invested that money. The football was. And so it's not just it's an investment, but it's more than that. I worked hard for that money, and so I want to make sure these golf courses work, and that's the passion. That's the passion side. So there's a lot of golf courses, there's a lot of really good golf courses, but unless you have that great passion and you're invested in it, and I am in both. I have the passion and the investment. I think that's the key. There are a lot of golf management companies out there. They don't own. So when you don't have some skin in the game, quite honestly, you don't work as hard.
What are you doing differently than some of these guys who are not making money? Because there are plenty of courses that are not making money. What are you doing differently?
Number one, the economy of scale does help me. The ability to buy and get a discount on everything that we purchase. Now you can imagine, with 7 and 8 within the next 45 days golf course, we got some buying power. So that dropped to the bottom line. That saves us.
And then you pass that on to your consumer.
Pass it on, and if you do a matrix, which we do of all the competitive courses, you'll see our price points are very good. We want to be affordable. We don't want to be the highest price. We don't want to be the lowest price. We want to be in the middle, but we will deliver great condition. I got retired a long time ago and went down to Boca and had relaxed. Yeah, I'm quite honestly, if that wasn't what I like to do. I'd like to be active. I'd like to see things improve. I'd like to give people opportunities. We're not a big company. And we got a lot. I think we got over 500 employees.
Is it fun having like a handful of courses instead of maybe just having like Blue Heron?
Here's another thing I probably should have mentioned. This is what comes into play. Blue Heron became a really big part of what was doing of our growth, because we were in southern Jersey and they may be inland. All of a sudden, people vacation at the shore. And they say, "Hi, I'm a member at Honey Run, or I'm a member now at Downingtown. I spend 2 weeks down the shore." You're a member down there. So now you can get the membership where you're a member at all the clubs. And if there's an outing in Downingtown, hey, go out to Honey Run. Or if you're at Blue Heron and you're a member and there's a big outing today, rather than displace that place, hey, head down to Running Deer. It doesn't cost you a dime. And that it's been a really good marketing sales tool, and it's kept our membership retention at very high levels, because they can go play other courses. They're not stuck at one course. And if there is a social event that
daily fee courses too.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
they're all daily fee courses.
And that's I think we all learned a lesson maybe in 2007, 2008. When when all the high-end kind of private clubs,
Country club for a
country
day.
club, all that stuff started, really getting into trouble. I was pretty much one of those guys that it was bad. I'm telling you, the industry was at rock bottom, and so you had to be creative and change things up, and that's when I kind of lean more towards the sports bars in the place, and not just a golf course to be your only profit center, but how are you going to bring people here? Hey, give them a great lunch, have a fun sports bar, pack the place for the Eagles games. I do radio shows, I move my radio show around, so you get that exposure. But I think you have to have all the components working. If you have a driving range, it's got to be profitable. Your merchandise has to be profitable. Your bar, your pub, everything's got to work. There are no lost leaders. And I think 07, 08, when the economy was really going south, I learned an awful lot in that time. That you just can't focus on running golf rounds.
There are any number of private clubs in the area that could probably be bought at a significant discount. Do you give any thought to buying a private club and keeping it private?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
That's the one he was just telling you about.
Joe, you didn't catch on to that.
My son and my wife may make fun of me every time there's a golf course. Oh, did you look at that one too? And I probably did. You ought to see how I got stacks of, all these golf courses over the last 25 years that have been on the market or for sale or potentially on sale. I mean, I look at them and I look for the right opportunity. Downingtown was the right opportunity. The next golf course will be the right opportunity. I may have looked at 20 by the time I found that one that I think passed the smell test. Because hey, I will walk the golf course. I mean, I will spend days walking the golf course, envisioning what I think it'll be. Then I'll send Charlie out and say, Charlie, you start drilling down. How's the irrigation system? How are the sprinkler heads? What's the system like? What's it going to cost to replace it? So then you put the business model together. But for me, if it passed the smell test by walking it and looking at it and talking to people, and then I'll get on it from a business perspective.
Because like Joe said, though, you have like an empire. I mean, that's a loose term, but when you have 6, 7 golf courses, I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot of golf courses, and again, like I think there are a lot of management companies out there that have a high volume, but they don't have the investment that I have in them. And it makes it a little, so from an ownership perspective, maybe we're one of the biggest in the area. I really, I don't look at it that way. But I will say this, I want to continue to grow. I'm looking for more opportunities.
What specifically do you plan to do to Downingtown Country Club?
Well, number one, it started with the new sand and the traps. When we came here, and I remember about a month ago when I was walking the golf course and there were members playing, we were talking about the Downingtown dirt. That was their biggest complaint. And I surveyed a number of the members that had played here for years and got their thoughts on their feelings, what was right with the course, what was wrong with the course. The bones here are tremendous. George Fazio took this piece of land and just laid out a beautiful golf course. And you'll feel it. I don't know, last time you guys played here, but you'll feel
How
this
old
golf.
is this? What year?
I'm not sure.
60s, I think.
60s?
Traditional golf course. Traditional big oak trees, undulating greens, well bunkered. Just a really good golf course. There's not a whole lot to do in the golf course except work on it. Aerification. The fairways they're so compacted, and we'll just pound them and pound them and pound them so those roots can
Do you get a lot of play here? Does it get a lot of play?
Yeah, not what it should get, but it gets a lot of play.
Okay.
Yeah. There's competition. There's some good golf courses in there, and I respect all the people that do it. But that's what kind of motivates us, the competition. If
you're a senior, you can play for $50 anytime.
Yeah, Monday through Thursday. That's a hell of a senior special now.
pretty good.
$50. And you got to take care of those guys. I'm one of them.